Hi everyone, and welcome to Collier Kids Read. My name is Miss Kathy from the Golden Gate branch. Usually we have story times here every Tuesday and Wednesday, but since you can't come to the library, the storytellers at Collier County Public Library are going to have stories and fun things for you to do here every week. Today we are celebrating two special things. It's National Library Week, and also every year on this day, April 22nd, which is a very special day, we celebrate Earth Day. So today is going to be all about the Earth and showing our love for our planet. The first story we have is about a girl who tried to make a difference by planting trees, and her name is Kate. Kate Who Tamed the Wind. It's by Liz Garleton Stanlon and Lee White, and I want to thank Random House for letting us read it. Once upon a time, there was a man who lived all alone in a creaky house on the tip top of a steep hill, and you can see how big that hill is. He lived all alone in a creaky house where the curtains swung as the wind blew, and the chimes spun. The wind blew and blew. The wind blew until the shutters banged in the creaky house on the tip top of the steep hill. The shutters banged, the boards bent, and still the wind blew. The wind blew, the table tipped, the tea spilled, and the bread broke in the creaky house at the tip top of the steep hill. And still the wind blew. The wind blew and the birds flew away, and his hat did too. The birds flew and the dust did too, and the man cried, "What to do? What to do?" The wind whipped his words from the tip top of the steep hill to the itty-bitty town at the bottom, where a little girl named Kate heard his cry and felt it too. She wondered what to do. She knew she couldn't stop the wind. She drew a picture of trees. Oh, she sounds like she had an idea. She couldn't stop the wind, but she could wheel a load of trees in her wagon to the tip top of the dusty hill. And there she met the man and gave him back his hat. And here's her wagon with the trees. Together, they dug deep holes and they planted the trees. And then they watered them until the trees grew. And the trees grew, and then the wind blew. The trees grew, the wind blew, and the time flew, and the trees grew tall. And one day Kate came back. She had grown too, and she said hello to the man. And now the house was quiet, and the shutters were still, and the boards were in their places. The leaves fluttered, the birds came back and they peeped, and the old man poured sweet tea for Kate and said, "For you," near the quiet house on the tip top of the green hill, where a quiet breeze blew. The little girl in this story made a difference with her wagon full of trees. They served as a windbreak, and they held the dust down, and they provided shade for the trees, the house, and anyone who was in the yard. They also provided homes for birds and squirrels and a lot of happiness. Yep, she made a difference, and you can too. You know, we can do a lot of things to help our earth. And one of the things, like Kate, is planting trees. you can also plant a tree in your backyard. You can plant a tree in a park, or maybe at the top of a steep hill, just like Kate. I really admire Kate for what she did, and it makes me feel like I would like to go home and plant a tree in my backyard. And maybe I will. Something else we think about on Earth Day is the planet we live on. Have you ever wondered where we are in the solar system? Where the planet Earth is? How many planets are there? Do you know how many planets there are in the solar system? Well, if you said 8, you would be right. Here's a picture of the planets right here. And here's Earth. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 planets in the solar system, and they revolve around the sun. And here's the sun right here. Here, let's put the sun right here. And here's one of the planets right here. This is Mercury. Let's put it up good. My name is Mercury. I'm the second hottest planet. I'm the planet closest to the sun. A year on my surface is 88 days. I'm the smallest, but I'm lots of fun. The second planet is Venus. My name is Venus. I'm the hottest planet, but the second planet from the sun. I'm the brightest planet in our solar system, and I'm too hot for anyone. My name is Earth. I'm the planet you live on, the third planet from the sun. I'm the only planet with organic life, so take care of me, 'cause we are all one. My name is Mars. I am red in color. I'm the fourth planet from the sun. I have the highest mountain in the solar system, a volcano named Olympus Mons. My name is Jupiter. I am covered in clouds. I'm the fifth planet from the sun. My giant red spot is a raging storm. As for size, I am the biggest one. My name is Saturn. I am brown in color. I'm the sixth planet from the sun. My outer rings, you see the ring right there? My outer rings are extremely thin. They're made of dust and icy chunks. My name's Uranus. I am blue in color. I'm the seventh planet from the sun. Humans have named me the icy planet because I'm the coldest one. The last planet is Neptune. I am blue in color. I'm the eighth planet from the sun. I have too many storms in my atmosphere, and I'm the furthest planet from the sun. The 8 planets in the solar system, and they all revolve around the sun. Do you know which is the fastest planet? What do you think? Which one would be fastest? Take a guess. Okay, I have the answer. It's Mercury. And do you know why? Because the circle that it goes around, since it's closest to the sun, is the smallest. So it goes around the sun faster. And if you guess that Neptune is the one, that one has a really big circle to go around. So that would be go around the slowest. So 8 planets in the solar system. Very good, everybody. Good listening. Great. So the first book we read was about trees and the wind. And the next book we're going to read is about rain and the sun. It's called In the Middle of the Puddle by Mike Thaler, and thanks to Harper Row for letting us read it. In the Middle of the Puddle. Once upon a time, a frog named Fred and a turtle named Ted lived in a puddle. It was a little puddle, just big enough for the two of them. Every day they sat and looked at the grass, the flowers, and the trees. "I love our puddle," said Fred. And every night they sat and looked at the fireflies, the stars, and the moon. "I love our puddle too," said Ted. Then one day, a giant cloud came over their puddle. It grumbled and rained on them, and their puddle got bigger, turning into a pool. And in the middle of the pool sat a frog named Fred and a turtle named Ted. But it didn't stop raining. It rained, and the pool got bigger, turning into a pond. And in the middle of the pond sat a frog named Fred and a turtle named Ted. But it didn't stop raining. It rained, and the pond got bigger and bigger, turning into a lake. And in the middle of the lake sat a frog named Fred and a turtle named Ted. But it didn't stop raining. It rained, and the lake got bigger and bigger and bigger, turning into a sea. And in the middle of the sea sat a frog named Fred and a turtle named Ted, and all they could see was water. "I wish it would stop raining," said Fred. "So do I," said Ted. Just then, the sun rolled by and bumped that cloud right out of the sky. Now the sun was all over them, bright and warm. It shined, and the sea got smaller and smaller and turned into a lake. And the sun shined until the lake got smaller and smaller and turned into a pond. And the pond was nice. And the sun kept on shining until the pond turned into a pool. And the sun did not stop shining until once again the pool had turned into a puddle. And in the middle of the puddle sat two friends, a frog named Fred and a turtle named Ted. I hope you like that story. Another thing we're going to talk about today for our craft, we are going to talk about the word recycle. Recycle means instead of throwing something away, we use it for something else. For example, I have these two boxes. One is a cereal box and one is a box that food came in. And normally we throw these away, right? Today we're not going to do that. Today we're going to recycle them. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to get a scissors and cut strips. Here's using scissors, we cut all of these strips. You see, this is a smaller one. Here's another one that is small. These were all strips that were cut from boxes. And then once we have our strips, we get a hole punch and we punch a hole with the hole punch, just punch a hole at the top, and then we get a piece of yarn or a ribbon if you have ribbon, and guess what we made? If you said bookmark, you would be right. Very simple. And you know, the good thing about bookmarks, It's actually one of the things I love to give to children when they come to the library, and I'll tell you why. If you're reading a book and you don't finish it, you can use your bookmark to put it in the book so you remember where your place is. And when you go to read it again, you know exactly where it was. And since you have the bookmark, you don't have to bend the pages, and that is very good to keep the book nice and new. So one of the things, maybe if you're looking for something to do while you're at home, you can make a lot of bookmarks. You can make bookmarks for everybody in your family. You can even make bookmarks for your friends for when you see them again. And when the library opens, you can bring the bookmarks in. I would love to see them and show Miss Kathy all the bookmarks that you made. So I hope you have fun making some bookmarks, and I hope you had fun today. I know I did. And I hope I see you again next time. And I want to say Happy Earth Day to everybody.